Hello, hi. Welcome to Guanyin practice. We're wrapping up the month of Isis. Let's see, it's Wednesday the 25th. So 26th, 27th is Thursday, Friday, 28, 29. So we have one month next Monday is our last day with Isis. Well, her candle's been going pretty well. I hope yesterday you did some good purifications, cord cutting, or whatever else you needed to do. Let's do the Nehes prayer for awakening in peace and try another day. See what this day brings. Nehes, Nehes, Nehes. Nehes Imhotep, Nehes Neferu, Nebet Hotepet, Webenem Hotep, Webenem Neferu. Nutjert an Ankh, Neferem Pet, Pet Emhotep, Tu Emhotep, Nutjert Sat Nut Sat Get, Merit Osar, Nutjert Asharenu, Anech Brak, Tu Aatu, Tu Aatu, Nebet Aset. Awake, 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 awake in peace, Lady of Peace. Rise now in peace. Rise now in beauty, Goddess of life. Beautiful in heaven. Heaven is in peace. Earth is in peace. O Goddess, daughter of Nut, daughter of Geb, beloved of Osiris, mother of Horus, goddess rich in names. All praise to you. All praise to you. I adore you. I adore you, Lady Isis. Means I've got it memorized. After the next couple days, I'll have it firmly, at least in English. The Egyptian, it might take me another year to get that fully. Yesterday, we were powerfully cleansed in the Pyramid of Light. And I definitely did some disentanglement and cleanup and record keeping and money stuff and all kinds of things yesterday that had been kind of like a gnarled, twisted knot. And I separated all the threads and got through it. So that was really good. And I put a bunch of things in folders and straightened them out. That was really good. Serpent of Fire, priestess of the Serpent Sisterhood. Oh, how interesting. Yesterday, I did a bunch of work on the Mount Shasta Goddess Temple website. You should go look at it, mountshastagaddesstemple.com. And one of the things that I was doing was updating our priestess training programs. We have the Via Carmen Pythia, the Serpent Sisterhood, the Sybil program is starting anew in November. November 1st or so will be the launch of that program. So let's see what the Serpent of Fire has to say now that I did that. We also have, of course, our Woman Shaman Priestess program, and we have two new programs. There's a program called Raise the Temple, which is going to be a year-long program open to everyone, not just women. That is all about creating a personal temple and sustaining it, whether it's just for you or for you with a small group of people, or even if you have visions of doing something larger. And the other class that's coming is the Priestess Maxims class, which is a new class that will be offered 6 weeks from November into December on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And it is an analysis of 59 points of priestess training that I developed over the past 15 years. So let's see about this Serpent of Fire. Isis, priestess of the serpent sisterhood and queen of the serpent fire, guides you through transformation now as your energy field grows stronger and old energies are burned away in the process of your growth. Trust that you are growing and you are more capable than you have been previously. Do not assess your current ability based on past standards, as they no longer apply to you. You are stronger and more powerful now than you have ever been before. You need to learn afresh what you are capable of, and Isis will help you. The serpent headpiece of Isis represents the inner fire serpent or the Kundalini energy as it rises in accordance with spiritual growth and power. This happens when the time is right and we are ready. It is important to realize that as your inner energy and power are growing now, you will need to get used to new levels of strength. This is so interesting already because last weekend in our full moon ceremony in the temple, we all of us did a meditation where we looked into the Nile River as a mirror and saw Isis reflected, and she was wearing the uraeus, the serpent headdress. And in the visualization, we took that headdress and we cleansed it for her. But when we tried to give it back to her, she gave it to us and said, "This is for you to place on your own head. This is for you so that you can grow in your power and your protection." So it's very interesting that this card, which we haven't gotten all month, would come up now after we just did that. You will need to realize that you are capable of more than you previously were, and you may need to temper your behavior to take into greater account the significant power and effects of your words, thoughts, and actions. When you grow stronger, your words, thoughts, actions, and intentions gather potency, more so than before. Your responsibility for what you put out into the world grows too. In the same way that a drop of water causes less movement than a tsunami, your emotions and words will have a bigger effect when there is more energy behind them because your serpent of fire is awakening. Isis can help you manage this process so that what you put out into the world comes from a place of wisdom and love, service and compassion, healing and awareness. One of the first lessons this card offers you is the recognition of your power. It is perilous to underestimate your spiritual power, as you can unintentionally create harm by not realizing that your actions and words have an effect on the world around you. And the effect of those actions and words comes back to you multiplied in karmic return. The serpent of fire calls you to become aware of your power by having an open and curious awareness and noticing with detachment and clear perception the signs of confirmation that you do have an effect upon your surroundings. You can then manage your power with greater wisdom. And then this is if you pulled this card with another card, which we didn't. The second lesson of the Oracle of Serpent of Fire is to trust in the process of the inner fire and to trust in what is being burned away. Just as the serpent sheds a skin to reveal herself anew, there are changes happening inside of you, and some old identities, beliefs about yourself and others, old habits or patterns of behavior that will not survive this growth into the new expression of you. Whilst you will be happy, whilst you will likely be happy to let these go, there can be uncertainty and a sense of not knowing who you are anymore as you transition between the old and new expressions of yourself. This is a sign that you are growing in a profound way. And rather than something to be avoided, it can be embraced as a confirmation of this growth. Isis, the priestess of the serpent sisterhood, understands that in the growth of spiritual power, old forms are burned away to allow for new life to emerge. It is safe to trust that any endings or discomfort as the familiar begins to make way for the unfamiliar in your life are signs of your growth and ours to be celebrated. Whew. You know, at this point, I have to say, I feel really hamstrung by what I feel like I can say. It seems like, I don't know if about you, but it just seems like at this point, if you have any opinion at all, you are considered bad. If you put your opinion out there or you try to create boundaries or discernment because of something that you need for your own self, you are bad. It seems to me like right now, if you say to somebody, hey, I am hurt by something, I want to fix it, the likelihood of you getting just ghosted and ignored is much stronger than the likelihood of someone meeting you and saying, hey, I am going to be here for this conversation. I'm sure we can work it out. We talked about this 2 weeks ago. I think it was 2 weeks ago, or maybe it was last week, how there's hardly anybody on earth or anything that can't be healed in some way as long as everybody has understanding. There's hardly any disagreement on earth that can't be healed as long as people are willing to come to the table and be present. However, if you disagree with someone or you think differently than them, the likelihood of you getting dumped on, blamed, dismissed, or attacked is very strong. So, how can we reconcile the fact that our speech has power and hold space for our truth without risking that kind of onslaught of people's drama, people's diatribes, people's, condemnations of us as um, not being or being somehow wrong for having opinions or for holding boundaries or for setting terms of our own engagement. I literally don't feel like there's anything I can safely say in the world. And it's not like I'm lamenting, oh, things are so politically correct. And so you can't say that. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying literally anything that you say as a woman will have the risk of being treated as you being a nag or you being a Karen or you being somehow bad. And there's nowhere to put oneself when one is doing their best to remain kind of neutral. I don't think neutrality is the answer either. Neutrality in the face of injustice is injustice. Full stop. If somebody is hurting other people and you are neutral, you are hurting other people. Molly says, there's a reason why the Pythia wrote her prophecies cryptically on leaves instead of announcing them publicly. Very astute. Very astute. It's really difficult right now because it's like, in an oracular sense, we can and should say our truth. What do the cards say? What does the divination say? In terms of the greater public good, we can and should say things like vaccines are helping more people than harming, masks are helping more people than harming, unvaccinated people and people who refuse to test for COVID are harming more people than helping. Those things are just statistically and factually true, but we're not allowed to say them. Or if we do in the spiritual space, a lot of people will come after us. I mean, we all watch it happening all day long. I know I'm not the only one. The other thing is that today we're dedicating our practice to someone, Penny, who lost her daughter yesterday unimaginably because her daughter's estranged ex husband killed her. The reality is that our world has a male violence problem. It is not women killing men by the thousands. It is not women going in Afghanistan and shutting down schools, creating kill lists, and interrogating people for their involvement with the occupation. It is not women choosing to drop bombs on countries and saying that there is an acceptable amount of civilian risk. It is not women choosing to threaten other women with rape and murder for disagreements on the internet all day long. I'm saying some very true things. That's what I've got today. That's what I've got today. True things, truly spoken. And the reality of our world is that we have problems. We have a COVID-19 problem. The only known path out of this problem is through medical intervention. It isn't going to be resolved by everybody eating more sprouts or taking more vitamins. It's already gone beyond that. We should have been eating the sprouts and taking the vitamins 300 years ago. But the cesspool of the germs that we bathe in is already well established. We have a violence problem amongst males. I get afraid to say that out loud because it's so true. And men don't like to hear it. And they shut down rather than saying, "You're right, let me be part of the solution." It's equally frustrating when you say to a man, "There is a male violence problem," and his response is, "I'm going to go hurt other men to stop it." And yet, when I say I actually think it's time for women to be in charge for a while and see if we can look at these things in a different way, then I'm considered a radical. Let the serpent of fire within you rise today. Let your truth pour out of your mouth. Right. Or Holly says, or when they say, not all men, right. It's not all of them I'm worried about, just the violent ones. Problem is, you don't know which ones are always going to be the violent ones. Undoubtedly, Penny's daughter didn't think, or the police around Penny's daughter didn't think that there was anything they could do or that there was anything they needed to do to protect her from this man. Say one really controversial and true thing to someone today. This is my dare to you. One controversial and true thing to someone today. Let it out. Let your serpent of fire out. Might as well, because you know what? Even if you only expressed the most tepid and tame of opinions, you would still be raked over the coals for it. If I'm going to be named some kind of a shrew, I'm gonna get my money's worth. Daily practice. Good luck today, everybody. That's our short bit. Let's try to find a way to say our true thing in a compassionate manner with practice to Guanyin. 108, or first do 3 prostrations before the shrine. Sorry, I'm not a little more upbeat, but reality is reality today. And let's take refuge. Namo Guru Be. I take refuge in the inner teacher. Namo Buddhaye. I take refuge in the great mother of compassion. Namo Dharmaye. I take refuge in the wisdom of the ages. Namo Sanghaye. I take refuge in the community of practitioners. And let's set our intention, a person, place, situation, or circumstance that will benefit from today's practice. And today we're holding Penny, the spirit of her daughter, Jackie. And let's recite the 4 immeasurables. May I be a source of loving kindness in this world and all worlds, bringing a generous heart to all my thoughts and doings. May I be a vehicle of compassion in this world and all worlds, ever mindful and aware of the tremendous suffering of others. May I be a brimming vessel of joy in this world and all worlds, delighting in the happiness of others as their suffering is alleviated. May I be a balance point of equanimity in this world and all worlds, seeing all as equals and all as deserving of goodness. I light this candle as a symbol of the enlightening Dharma way. May it shine brightly for the benefit of all beings. I light this incense as an offering for Guan Shi Yin, she who hears the cries of the world, mother of all. Om Ahum. Om Ahum. Om Ahum. Om Ahum. Omahum. 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 Reverently I prostrate with my body, speech, and mind, and present clouds of every type of offering, actual and virtual. I confess all my destructive actions accumulated since beginningless time, and rejoice in the meditation of all holy and ordinary beings. Please, Guanyin, remain until the end of samsaric existence, and turn the wheel of Dharma for sentient beings. I dedicate my own merits and those of others to the great enlightenment. 108 recitations of Namo Guanxin Pusa, asking the one who rides on the back of the dragon to embolden us in the right ways. Namo Guanxin Pusa, 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 Namo Guanxin Pusa. Namo Guanxin Pusa, 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 Namo Guanxin Pusa. Namo Guanxin Pusa, 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 Namo Guanxin Pusa. Namo Guanxin Pusa, 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 Namo Guanxin Pusa. Namo Guanxin Pusa, 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 Namo Guanxin Pusa. Namo Guanxin Pusa, 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 Namo Guanxin Pusa. Namo Guanxin Pusa, Namo Guanxin Pusa. Namo Guanxin Pusa, 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 Namo Guanxin Pusa. Namo Guanxi Yin 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 Pusa. That was really a struggle to get through. It felt like I was, it felt like I was moving something that's been stuck in my throat. Like I kept feeling like I wanted to, I feel it now, like I want to clear my throat. Well, I've already said a bunch of bold things all at once, so I don't know what else I could do. Yeah, there's Penny saying, understanding how to turn rage, anger into the fiery serpent of strength is a glimpse of enlightenment. Very well stated, Penny. Thank you for sharing and sending you so much love today and every day. I'm so sorry. Yeah, time to pick up a throat chakra crystal today, says Josiah. I think that's right. a little sodalite, aquamarine, and lapis, maybe some blue lace agate, turquoise. And that's exactly it. It's being willing to speak truth to power and to foment positive change. And we can only do that right where we are. Let's do the brief wind horse practice of Tara by Patrul Rinpoche. Lume chuksum chidang jetsun ma galyum pakma drome jintuyi daki siso. It's gone. No, it's here. Daki siso peljor nyandraknam yarnu dadang yarji sushindu kipar kaje wangtang lungta nam nyampa sushing chatu gawa long chije lekpe lamdu drawa dang sering nime dedang denjur shik. Through the blessing and power of the unfailing Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha, and of Jetsunma, mother of the Buddha's noble Tara, may our lifespan merit prosperity and renown increase like a waxing moon, like a rising summer lake. Especially may our good fortune, Wangtang and Windhorse, be healed when they weaken, rejoined when interrupted, raised up when sinking down. May whatever we do turn out well. May good health, long life, peace, and happiness be ours. Lume choksum shidang jetsun ma galyum pakma drome jintu yi taki siso pelchoran yandraknam yarnu dadang yarji sushindu kepar kaje wangtang lungta nam nyampa sushing chatu gawa long chije lekpe lamdu drawa dang sering nime dedang denjur shik. 108 recitations now of Om Mani Padme Hum as we send compassion out to Penny and to all of those who are feeling saddened and confused in the wake of Jackie being killed. Om Mani Padme Hum, 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 Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, 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 Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, 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 Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, 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 Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, 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 Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, 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 Om Mani Padme Hum. 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 And let's give thanks for our teachers. May all of my blessed teachers enjoy long, happy, healthy, productive lives and great support for their good works. May all beings benefit from their wisdom. May they enjoy a swift and happy rebirth. And long life prayer for Lama Dechen Yeshe Wangmo. Om Sosti. Through the powerful blessing of the immortal Pema Jungye and his consort, may the three secret qualities of the Dakini of Supreme Bliss Yeshe Wangmo be utterly stable, and may the light of her activities shine on the lotus groves of the teachings and of beings, so that they blossom in radiant splendor. And let's dedicate the merit. May the merit of this practice and all of my activities be of endless benefit to all beings in all realms, beginningless and continuous. May all obstacles be overcome and suffering cease at the sound of liberation. May all beings be free from suffering and its causes. May all beings have happiness and its causes. May we carry the essence of Guanyin in our hearts. Namo Guanxin Pusa. And we close with a bow to Guanyin, bow to one another, and a bow to the inner teacher. And today, let's find our words. Be back tomorrow, and we'll use them powerfully. And I'll see you tomorrow. Bye now.